In my experience working with customers, there are 3 things that successful teams consistently execute on in their one-to-one ABM campaigns. The first one is to develop good account insights about each account in the program. Now, a lot of first-time practitioners will hear this point about insights and misunderstand it as being something they just need to know about the account. But it's not simply a fact, like the account recently closed a round of funding or hired a new position. You have to have insight about a problem that business has that you can uniquely solve for them. In the case of an existing customer, where you're trying to do an upsell or cross-sell campaign, those insights are probably going to come from the sales rep or customer success professionals. In the case of a new business account that you don't already have existing conversations with, you'll have to look to other things like industry sources of information or perhaps intent data to help you frame what problems that business might be facing today. One example of this that I really liked is a company that sells VoIP solutions, and in order to understand which of their accounts might need a new phone system in the upcoming year, actually monitored intent data for companies that were searching for commercial real estate, because they realized that companies that were about to move or open a new headquarters were the ones who were most likely to be evaluating their phone solutions. So innovative approaches to that, looking at the data, can tell you not just something about them, what the company's currently doing, but what that means for a problem that they're soon to have and that you can potentially begin a conversation about solving. The second thing that an ABM team has to do really well in order to succeed in a one-to-one campaign is communicate. One-to-one campaigns are not lone wolf affairs where simply a sales rep is going out and landing a big deal all on their own. That account rep will be working with individuals from the marketing team to develop content and analyze data. They might have a sales development rep supporting them for doing research and contacting. There might even be an executive sponsor involved who's going to be present at on-site events and reaching out to the top people in the account, giving air cover to the sales rep. All of those individuals need to be on the same page about what message is being delivered to the account and what the current playing field looks like in terms of the competition and how that business is trying to solve the problem today. That level of alignment is not something that you can solve by having a whiteboard meeting in January and then just launching everyone onto their own tracks for the rest of the year. Minimally, I would say that successful teams meet at least once a month to make sure that everyone's on the same page. That point feeds into the third element of really successful one-to-one ABM campaigns, which is that you're going to need great content. When practitioners are getting started with one-to-one ABM, very often the first things that they read about doing are simply dropping an emerge field into some digital content. So you have an ad that says, hey Cisco, do you have this problem? Something like that. Those tactics are certainly interesting, but again, they don't speak to the problem and they don't really advance the conversation. So at Triblio, what we've done for many years is use one-to-one landing pages where all the content we have for that account can be gathered in one central place, and marketing and sales have a common workspace, if you think about it that way, to be updating the conversation that we as a business are having with that account. Everyone can look at the one-to-one landing page, not just as a tool for the prospects to reference, but actually for the internal team to reference, to understand what has our conversation with this account been like to date, and what makes sense in terms of next steps and new information I can send to them. So there you have it, folks. Boom. You're more of a BAM person. I'm more of a boom person. Don't put that in the blooper reel.